Say what? Say what? Say what? Get up, stand up. We're going off the deep end. Make sure you hold tight. You got this, you got this. Now go, go, drink these time. Hurry up and time to go. Got a brand new anthem and we can keep on running all night. Come on, 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 come on. One, two, blow. With a megaton punch, yeah. Fighting soul. Two up with power. We're gonna break it. We'll kick their ass with Harry Muscle. Crush it, ball. Top for a blockbuster. Let's get go. Give another bottle. You're gonna be eating the dust. Like a fat man. Big, big Vtubers. Oh, hey, oh, hey. Nah, not getting so. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Cause we got that hardness. Oh, hey, oh, hey. We are the wild challengers. Studley, 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 Studley!
Try to be good, for goodness sake. Try to learn from the past, from your mistakes. Do it over, whatever it takes. Oh my, I never could ever calculate how deep the rabbit hole, the lives it stole, the young and old, couldn't hold, bought and sold. The radio man from the wall. I wake here again, now and then. Take all that I have to give, and when I find a time, reason and rhyme, payment for my crime.
Hey, hello. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really don't feel like live streaming today, but you know what? I'm gonna do it regardless. But, you know what else is more important? What's up, everyone? This is Skyrider Infinity, and I tell you what is up. We're back here again with more art and developing some good old more webtoons. Yes, I know, right? Me taking 12,000 years just to fucking make a single episode is absolutely mind-blowing. But there's been a lot of shit going on lately. Not the good one, but understandable. Yeah, I got a lot of house chores to do, you know. Just got done doing the stuff over my mom's place, and now I gotta do more stuff over here. Because, reasons, I guess. I'm not lazy, don't get me wrong. It's just, don't sit well in my stomach. It doesn't. Not even the slightest mind. You know? But, you know what they say. If you're the only guy around, of course you're the only person that can do things. Etc., etc., etc. Or something along those lines. Who knows? So, how you guys doing? I take that you guys are doing well. So, I was playing a bit of video games this morning, and I'm farming characters or something along those lines. And well, take me a minute. I want to return to art I also want to return to another game that I don't really want to return to. But I want to try it out with the friends, see how the game is. Is it a lot more fun or is it boring? I don't know. As you guys can tell, I am not in a good mood right about now. I mean, don't get me wrong, I haven't ate anything this morning, so yeah, that's probably one of the other reasons why I really don't want to live stream today. I know what you're thinking. You know, what's wrong with live streaming on empty stomachs? Well, if you guys have paid attention, I get quite fucking cranky without food. And that is bad to the audience. No one like a cranky streamer unless it's Tyler One. I mean, at least he knows how to be funny when he's pissed off. Me, however, I become a little bit more serious and threatening to my surroundings. My voice seems more of a fear factor than an actual friendly type. It's like me going outside without sunglasses, and I just got this angry expression on my face that says, "Don't get near unless you want to be sent to the hospital." That's why I wear sunglasses most of the time, so I don't scare anyone. Yeah, okay, yes, I treat people like animals. Is it bad? Yes. Should I start treating them a lot more better? Yes. Am I going to do it? No. But, I think I may cook something in a second. Maybe like more noodles? Or something? Something good? Something better? I don't know. I was supposed to be going grocery shopping with my sister the other day, but she decided to be so exhausted I couldn't purchase anything because she was too exhausted. And I'm not gonna lie, sister, she works, you know, she got a job. She gets in the car, walk around, lift heavy boxes, put it on the shelf, back and forth, etc., etc. That's what she does. This is all what she told me she do. But she does it for 8 hours straight. And sometimes she takes a break. Now, I can lift heavy things. I can put heavy things here and there. But I have never tried doing that for 8 hours straight, though. 8 hours straight. And not only that, being surrounded by people, which is even more mentally exhausting. I don't know. Don't get me the wrong idea. But it's just I don't know. I'm not gonna say any other things because reasonings, and those reasons have reasons. But like, question. I got a question. It's important. You know how people got jobs? I know I already asked this question before, but I just want to make sure that I am not losing my mind here. You know how people got jobs and they don't got enough time to clean up after themselves? Is is that normal? Is that normal? Cause like I look in my sister's room. I look in her car, and her room and her car looks more worse than mine. It's so messy. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, is that normal? Cause like I see my dad, I see my auntie, and they clean up after themselves and others, and they have a job. You know? And then when it comes to my grandmother and my sister, when they have a job, it's just like the funny thing is, my dad and my auntie has a job. 8-hour, even 8-hour job. They wake up early in the morning, they eat their food, they go to work, they do their stuff, and still clean. But yet, when it comes to my grandmother, she don't have a job anymore, but she still is messy as hell. And it comes to my sister, they're like the most messiest things I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm still surprised that my grandmother even managed to get a husband to begin with. I mean, he left because, let's be honest here, what's wrong with that woman? But my sister is starting to slowly look like a split image of my grandmother. The only thing is, my sister got patience. My grandmother don't. And that's like the only two things that is different about them. And now I'm looking at my sister, how messy her car is, her room is, and then I look at my room and I'm like, I'm a guy. I should be more messier than a woman. That's the normal gist about it. And you know what else that even proved that my sister is even more messier than me? She literally got her shoe that she was walking outside on, grass and everything, you know, the fucking sidewalks all the way to whatever she was going to, and decided to step on my blanket, which was on my bed. You know? I'm just thinking to myself, I'm thinking really hard. Is people with jobs just naturally messy as hell? Cause like, I don't fucking get it. I've never had a job my entire life. And I never gotten that messy. You know? My grandmother's is downright bad messy. And then my sister starting to follow in the footsteps of her, and I'm like sitting and thinking like, there is no way in hell this is normal. I don't know. I want an answer. I really, really want an answer. Is it normal that people that have jobs to be messy as hell? I just really, really want an answer. I don't care if it's half-assed. I don't care if it's sugar-coated. I just want a clean and understandable answer. Heck, you can even make the answer fucking dirty. I just want to know. I know I can look this up online, Or probably YouTube. You know what? That's what I'm going to do right about now. Let's look this up on YouTube. YouTube never ceased to disappoint me. Give me a second. Let's watch a YouTube video together. And if YouTube give us like an answer, we go to Google. People with jobs are dirty as hell. Question mark. Dirty as hell. Question mark. When looking for a job, what is a dead giveaway that the place and job is a hellhole? My third job, a retail hack scale. Okay, tells us the dirtiest job of them all. Don't care. Okay, Google, let's see what you got for me. We'll watch that video in a second, but we're just gonna look at Google. Is dirty jobs? No. Okay, dirty. Messy. Messy. No, messy. Does it spell with an E instead of an A? Question mark. No, not even Google got an answer. Are you serious? What? Sure, let's just look at this.
When looking for a job, what is a dead giveaway that the place and job is a hellhole to work for? Anywhere that advertises what you could earn, instead of what you will earn. They're going to use you up and spit you out. This plus entry fee / investment equals pyramid scheme. Watch out. Life insurance sales for recent college grads is a huge offender here. This happened to me. Fresh out of college, I go to a job fair on campus, and the only people to call me back were a big name insurance company. But I'm staring at my impending debt payments and think, alright, maybe insurance is the way to go. Plus, they called me, so that must mean I'm going to get this job and make bank. I go in for my first interview, and the guy shows me a pay stub, detailing how much he made last year. 6 figures, wow. And almost promises that in a few years I could be too. However, before they bring me on, I'll need to shell out $200 for this license.
Be right back, guys.
$5 for something else.
I can fly way back home since I fell down this rabbit hole. I love you so, but I had to go. Call the secrets from your crystal heart. Share my story till every page apart. Disciples from your little world. Burn away the shadows and strike us blind. Follow you to the dark. Follow you to the dark, dark, dark. Follow you to the dark. Follow you to the dark, 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 dark. Follow you to the dark. Follow you to the dark, dark, dark. Follow you to the dark. Follow you to the dark, dark, I can't find my way back home since I fell down this rabbit hole. I love you so, but I had to go to find something of my own. I see their pattern in my mind. Anxious designs of the darkest kind. Piece together coolest blue to paint a portrait to capture. I'm scared through the night. I see what's coming into the light. My eyes see what's inside. Even behind the smile. Follow you into the dark. Follow you into the dark, dark, dark. Follow you into the dark. Follow you into the dark, 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 dark. Follow you into the dark. Follow you into the dark, dark, dark. Follow you into the dark. Follow you into the dark, 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 dark. Follow the deer to follow the owl. I'm fighting to save my nation now. I cannot feel you're by my side, even in this place inside my mind. I see patterns in my mind, anxious designs of the darkest kind. Piece together coolest blue to paint a portrait to capture you. Call the secrets from your crystal heart. Share my story till every page apart. Disciples from your little world. Burn away the shadows and strike us
Okay, guys, I'm back. Alright, let's watch the video.
And it's gonna take a few weeks to a month to get certified. So probably about $100 in gas money. Plus, I wasn't guaranteed a paycheck. It's sales, so commission based only, and I would be working as an agent for this guy. So a chunk of whatever I managed to sell would go straight to his bank account.
Damn.
I knocked the hell out and got an internship that turned into a salary desk job. It's not six figures, but at least I paid off all of my student debt. I had an interview at an Outback in college once. About halfway through the interview, the interviewer, who owned and operated that location right by a busy highway and mall, says, "Now you realize that once you have this job, I own you. You can't take multiple days off to see family, you can't take any holidays off, and you can't go out of town." That sounded like slavery to me, so I got up and walked out. 2 of my friends now work there, and that guy was dead ducking serious about owning his employees. Duck that.
Damn.
Time you are interacting with a group of people at a potential employer, and the boss is talking, check out everyone else in the room. If they are looking down and trying to act like they aren't there, that's a huge red flag. The boss is either extremely dominating and won't accept any opinion from anyone that contradicts his own, or he habitually ducks up and they are perpetually embarrassed for him. A third scenario is that the boss is overly hyping something extremely mundane. I've seen managers try to hype up their employees when the job everyone is doing isn't even worthy of hype. Everyone kind of rolls their eyes because they've heard the same story every day for the past however many years and they know it's all bullshit. Whenever I go on a job interview and it's time for me to ask a question, I always sneak in a friendly way of asking, what's the best thing about working here? And what's the worst thing? Usually people are really honest with you, especially if their boss isn't also in the interview. Piggybacking on this, I have found that if the answer is, I really enjoy working with the people here.
Sorry, I just dozed off. I dozed off. I was just daydreaming of what the last person was talking about. About their boss is an attention whore. I was trying to think what I'd do in that situation. Well, I'd just be absolutely an ass to the boss until he fires me, or just stays distance away from me, or will just straight up like, I don't know.
At least be a manageable situation, even if the actual job sucks. Yeah, the culture makes a big difference in an organization. You can have a ton of fun if you have some like-minded people on your team, even if the job you are doing is lackluster. It's why I always ask how the corporate culture is when on an interview, so I can see what things are really like. I would shovel manure if I could do it with a bunch of people I liked. A friendly work environment makes all the difference.
True. It has been proven multiple times. Just look at the Vtuber brands. There are a few Vtuber brands that get along with new people because they're best buds or something. I don't know.
Interviewer complains about their current staff. It's a concern to me. If someone is going to wear their dirty laundry when you first meet them, they are almost certainly a drama queen manager. First job interview out of college. I was interviewing at a call center. The HR guy, at one point, said, "Yeah, I'm really trying to find something better and get out of this place." When you start walking in to get an application and a guy comes running out and tearing off his uniform saying, "Duck this place." Truth story. On my first day of a job, I got into the elevator on my way up to my desk, and a woman in the elevator turned to me, and we had this exchange. "Oh, is this your first day?" Me. "Yes, it is. I'm May. Nice to meet you." "Oh, get out while you still can."
Damn.
Any kind of
Jesus. Any kind of
sales business. A lot claim they don't have a high turnover of staff. Turns out it's a fancy way of saying, we like lying to people. I've worked in telesales. We like lying to people may as well be the full job description. You can be your own boss. Okay, pyramid scheme. I recently went to Pyramid Scheme, a makeup/lifestyle company called Arbor. My friend had told me she just got a new job as networking manager, or some bullshit euphemism. She asked me if I would come support her new endeavor. As a friend, I said of course. I asked her for some more details of what her job consists, and she said something along the lines of, well, aren't you sick of knowing all these people in different industries? Don't you want to get paid for connecting different people, all the while doing whatever you want to do? Well, sure, this sounds good. At this point, this should have been my first red flag. Why wouldn't my friend tell me specifically what the heck the job is? So I go to her party to celebrate her new job. A lady there makes us listen to this iPad PowerPoint presentation about Arbonne's awesome ingredients, and how you can get a white Mercedes if you hit your sales mark. All you need to do is pay for your membership, usually around 500 for products.
Oh.
Then, find 5 people to buy a membership underneath you, and you could be making $50,000 a month.
Oh god, it's a
sitting around
scam.
your house. Who wouldn't want that? Also, I thought I was gonna at least munch on some party food there, but after the 2-hour-ish presentation, we only got Arbonne health bars and health chips. What I came to understand is, 1. Duck, my friend just got roped into a pyramid scheme. 2. My friend is trying to sign me up. 3. In order to make money, you have to pretty much ruin all your friendships by harassing your friends to support their job.
Oh.
If they tell you to stop.
So in short, your friend is stupid. Because in order for that to work, you have to be stupider than your friend. Yep, I said it. In order for that to work, you have to be way more stupider than your friend. And if you're not stupider than your friend, then your friend is extremely stupid to think that was gonna work.
Start calling all your friends, and then friends of your friends to sell knives. Go away vector marketing. I went into one of their meetings because I was a naive teenager who could potentially be making 16 per hour just by selling knives.
Damn.
They told me to leave when I asked too many questions at the interview. Unpaid training and or you have to buy uniforms from them up front. I've had both happen, and I just know the duck out of there with a smile on my face. I've had both.
Wait, what?
Unpaid training and or you have to buy uniforms.
Unpaid training and or you have to buy uniforms from up front.
Uniforms from them up front. I've had both happen, and I just know the duck out of there with a smile on my face.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Good choice. Imagine the first job you have to work at tells you to spend your real life money to get this shit because they cannot afford it, or they're just greedy about money. Hell no. Fuck you. I'm out.
In addition, there are stores in the mall that require that you buy an entire new wardrobe consisting only of their clothing. This repeats every season as new clothes come out. In one of my own experiences, when the hiring person or orientation person spends a lot of time trying to sell you on the job, that's a red flag to me. I once went for an interview where I was asked questions, and the rest of the job consisted of the HR guy telling me how bad and poorly paid the job was. It's really cold and wet. The work is very repetitive and intensive. Are you okay with that? Yeah, but the pay isn't great and you have to stay late most nights. Well, okay. Best to check the facial expression / body language of the people you pass. You can easily tell if a person is defeated / hate their job. Also ask your interviewer if they enjoy their job. If they hesitate in their answer, then that's an indication that it isn't the greatest place. I just left an interview, and that's why I have asked this question. I asked what the company was like to work for, and the two interviewers looked at each other and said, the shifts are alright. I'm not even joking. My heart sank because I really wanted that job. I applied for a job as a massage therapist. During the interview, the person doing the interview answered the phone 4 or 5 times.
Damn.
A different business name every time.
Oh.
When I got home, I called the license agency and asked about them. Turns out they were a poorly disguised front for prostitution.
Oh shit.
They had a legit massage business, which they were using to hide the fact that they also had half a dozen not so legit massage businesses. I was advised not to accept the position as they were, once again, under investigation. A month later, I saw my interviewer on the news, in handcuffs.
Oh. So they were just turning some people to prostitutes after they got done pretending to massage them. Yeah, that's that's fucked up.
Be careful with anything that advertises as an entry-level marketing position. I interviewed for this position last year, which took place at a Starbucks where I paid for my own drink. It turned out to be door-to-door gas payment plan sales. They expected you to also do sales presentations in people's house. Ah, no. All of these comments offer good suggestions for relatively normal workplaces. If you have the misfortune of interviewing at a place that has a good reputation, puts up a good front but is rotten at the core and toxic, it can be very difficult to ascertain the crazy. Still, if you pay attention, there are a few clues. 1. Highly regimented interview process and schedule, where you only talk to selected persons. This is where having some idea of the organization chart can help. If you only talk and interact with a few people in a department or company of several dozen, beware. 2. They do more talking about themselves than asking you questions. They don't care to find out about you, but want to convince you how wonderful they are, and how you'd be lucky to join them. Therein lies the way of madness. 3. Your questions aren't answered. Not really. For example, if you ask about hours, flexibility for appointments, lunch, etc., and you are told that as a salaried person you aren't tracked, but oh, by the way, you need to tell your superior and 3 others when you arrive, where you are.
I have literally stopped listening a few seconds into all this paragraph shit. I have literally stopped listening. Oh my god. I hate to say this, but when I see like a giant paragraph on any social media places or even websites like this, I literally stop paying fucking attention. Jesus fucking Christ. If I wanted to look at a goddamn history book or a damn dictionary, I know how to go to the fucking library. Jesus fucking Christ.
When you leave, run away. Micromanager a hole. Source, worked in a crazy, toxic place. I recently asked a potential employer, where can someone who works hard at this job be in 5 years? I meant, is there upward mobility? His answer, hopefully somewhere else. In terms of looking for a job, never pay for a search firm to conduct a job search for you. I once went into a headhunter who assured me that for the reasonable price of $5,000, he could find a job within a week. Turns out the company was one that preyed on desperate job seekers, especially new immigrants. Don't ever pay a penny to anyone offering to help find you a job.
Oh, never. Never. I would have my testicles cut off before I even think of that.
Recruiters get paid by the hiring companies, and they get paid damn well. Sometimes up to 25% of annual salary just for placement. This is more of a comment for executive level positions. Positions high enough they are going to fly you out and put you up at corporate to interview. The company is typically trying to appear as nice as possible during these meetings. Good companies are flexible with the flights, have a car scheduled to pick you up, the hotel room built to them, a relaxed schedule, you're there all day, after all, a nice lunch break on them, and generally realize you're probably burning a vacation day or 2 just to interview with them, so they should be good to you. Bad companies insist you fly out odd hours on some low-cost carrier, leave you to a taxi, make you pick up the room and expense it only to get a check 6 weeks later, and then even though you're there all day try to cram everyone into a 4-hour window over a working lunch because their team is busy. If you voice any complaint about any of this, you must not really want the job. I've had a couple interviews like this, and politely told the recruiter, who in each case had called to offer me a position, that if the company treated people like that when they were trying to put their best foot forward, then I was not interested in finding out how they treated people day to day.
Now, When my grandmother was working, she got paid every end of the week. But when my sister works, she get paid every 2 weeks. This person said 6 weeks. And how many weeks are in a month? Let me check. How many weeks are in a month? Let's see here. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 weeks in a month. Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Arbitrary, confining rules. I once interviewed for an editing job with UPS, where I would literally be sitting at a desk for 40 hours editing manuals, in a room that had no windows or carpet, and was basically also a storm shelter. This job required a strict uniform. My brother currently works as a package handler for UPS, and can wear whatever he wants. Why did the editing job require a uniform? What customers would I be interacting with? If you're applying for leads, by far the worst company I've ever worked for. I had 8 different district managers in a span of 2 years, each one coming in and promising to make changes, but never lasted long enough to make a difference. Lids treated the employees like shit, because they are one of those companies that would rather fire you and hire a desperate 18-year-old.
Well, that's just pathetic.
Who they can pay nothing and squeeze everything out of until they are finally fed up with it and then repeat the cycle. We promote from within is their motto. Ducking lying ducks. You asked for a raise. Fired. TLDR. Don't ever apply at Lids or a Lids affiliate.
Damn. That fucking sucks. I think they're very close to going out of business. They keep thinking like that.
Former Lids employee here as well, and agree wholeheartedly. I was hired as an assistant manager. The store manager left for a better job maybe 6 months after I started. I was left running the store for 6 months with no raise, no promotion. During that time, they changed the layout of my store, so that our top sellers, the 59/50s, nice expensive hats that hood kids don't take the stickers off of, moved from back behind the counter to directly next to the ducking door. You have an expensive product that thug kids wear and put it next to the door. Since my store was so small, the company refused to give me security tags. I was written up twice for my shrink, stolen items, being too high. Then when they hired a new store manager, they fired me a couple days later for being 1 minute late.
Damn. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. You know, I was trying to see that people with jobs are why they're so extremely messy, but you know what? Let's watch some of this guy's YouTube videos. It's very interesting. Oh yes, by the way, shout out to Best Post and Comments. That's literally his YouTube name. Shout him out. I'm not even joking. That's literally his YouTube name. I mean, if you thought my name was cringe, then look at this guy. This guy's pure business. Alright, let's see here. What's the scariest 100% story you have heard? Well, scariest 100%. True story you've heard of. Okay. Yeah, let's just go check out his YouTube channel. I'm just gonna click a single video that I want to get a glance at. What is the fact that you learned in grade school that has been disapproved? Yeah. Let's keep moving. What item has degraded in quality in the past 10 years? No, keep moving. Man, what is the worst thing a woman has done to you? I would like to know this. Well, the worst thing that a woman ever done to me is put me in this world. Yes, I'm talking about my mother.
Men of Reddit, what is the worst thing a woman has done to you?
Let's increase the quality, you know?
Men of Reddit, what is the worst thing a woman has done to you?
What's that?
My ex absolutely ruined me for years.
How
for
she did it?
starters, she cheated on me multiple times
Damn.
because I didn't give her enough attention.
Shit. Oh my god. My sister literally told me that she enjoys attention a lot and she cannot survive without attention. And didn't this guy say a line like this? I fear for my brother-in-laws in the future. I fear for them. They may go through the same thing.
I had to work 7 days a week, 12, 14 hours a day to support our family because she refused to work. Then when I finally had enough and divorced her, she tried forcing my son to call every man she was with his father, and would gaslight me by saying they are better because they are here and not just every other weekend. Then, on her fourth husband, she got addicted to meth. They both would threaten me, call me every name in the book, swear to my son that I was a piece of shit deadbeat, and tried to move hours away so that I couldn't see him. I got full custody after 8 years of dealing with this shit. She now has 8 felony charges awaiting trial, and I hope she goes to prison. Met
You and me both.
girl at a party, hung out all night. Afterwards, we exchanged numbers and I went home. Next day, she asks what I'm doing. I said just resting since I was tired and had work the next day. She said, look out your window, and she was parked across the street and she had kids in the car. I had no idea she had kids, and I had not given her my home address. And this was when not a lot of the internet had search engines to find people. Till this day, I never found out how she knew where I lived. But it was one of the most creepiest and cringe moments of my life. And even now, it cringes the frick out of me. Had a similar thing with this girl. Hung out like twice. Flirted and messed around a bit, but nothing major. But I wasn't really interested. So I started backing away. She got drunk one night and drove around the area she knew I lived for a long time trying to find me. She eventually found my truck and sat out in the parking lot and texted me she was sitting outside my place. Still told her nope. So then she goes and tells a bunch of people we had slept together. I blew up after multiple instances of this and told her to seek therapy. She replied she was. I told her to get a new therapist then.
It don't matter how many fucking therapists you got. Sometimes those therapists don't even know how to do their damn job right. That's why you get this type of personality disorder. Stalker syndrome, I may even add, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, ladies. You girls look great. Some of you girls look like you came from a horror movie, and some of you girls look like a guy. Not by the face, by the way. Yeah, I went there. What you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. Girl, there's a whole ocean out there filled with fish. That guy that you may like may not like you back. And I bet you're wondering, how would I know this? Well, there's a few VTuber designs that I really favor of. But I really don't favor the person behind those VTuber designs. I have never seen them my entire life, and I promise you, there's a grudge between me and them. It's an unknown grudge, but there is a grudge.
I drove a drunk girl home and had to help her in her apartment where her roommate helped me get her into the bed. We didn't undress her, just left her fully clothed. Basically just dumped her into the bed and left. I later found out that during the night she got up, stripped down completely nude, and passed out on her living room floor. She woke up the next morning and feared the worst. Thankfully, her roommate was on my side during that one. This was 2008 when this happened, thankfully. I was super drunk one night and a girl invited me back to her place.
Oh God.
We got back, stripped off, but then both fell asleep in her bed because we were tired. Nothing actual happened. I was mainly there because I'd lost my house key and didn't want to disturb my flatmates. In the morning, she woke up, threw the light on, and was like, "Who the frick are you?" And I had the biggest panic of my life. In my hungover state, I just said, "Well, you said I could sleep here," fully expecting some sort of accusation. But then she was just like, "Oh, LOL," and she went back to bed. Close call. Long story short,
Oh my god. Guys, I'm not even gonna lie. Having good photograph memory and hearing someone say a line like that, it's like my sanity is slowly chipping away. You know, because like, imagine a person saying something and then the next day they immediately fucking forget it. That shit literally chips at my sanity, and I'm like, oh my god. You gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck is on your mind that has erased that literally sentence that you said the very next day? Last day, I may even add. It's just, wow. It just fucking pisses me off.
Ex broke up with me, DM'd months later to say she was putting up a fake relationship on FB to dissuade someone trying to get with her. Moved back to area, she wanted to spend time with me, went on multiple, what I assumed was, given the nature of, dates, picnics, theme parks, dinner, walks, etc. After a month of I asked, "Is this us getting back together?" Turns around and says, so that whole fake relationship isn't actually fake. Got her to pull up the car about 5 miles from home, got out and just walked off. The breakup I dealt with fine, and she is the one that got away. But that singular sentence was infinitely worse than the breakup. Well, back when I was in grad school, I was dating this really nice girl. She was very beautiful, kind, and I truly loved her. At our Christmas break, she went home to be with her family, and I went home to be with mine. Thing is, my roommate at that time, a mutual friend who actually introduced her to me, lived in the same town as her and caught her cheating on me with this dude. He sent me pictures of them kissing and making out. I was in a jewelry shop looking at engagement rings when I got the picture. At least when I called her to confront her, she didn't lie and said she's been dating this guy online for months. Yeah, I felt pretty shitty after that. Needless to say, we broke up. Few months later, I met my current wife, who is the best person I have ever known, and we have a beautiful family together, a 9-month-old and 2 golden retrievers, and I love her more than life. When I was 24, I was going out with a girl. She was 3 years...
Pause. Anybody listen to Black Eyed Peas? Yeah, you remember that Rose song's like, I know you'd like to think that rose don't sting, but leaning a little bit closer, roses really smell like ooh, 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 ooh. Roses really smell like ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, the metaphor for that song is she could be the most nicest, most beautiful woman you ever seen in your entire life. But when you really get to know someone, their personality, their motives, their thoughts, then you realize like, oh yeah, this person is not for me. It happens to girls and guys, by the way. I'm not just pointing at one thing. Because like there are some girls that will fall for a Chad and he's only been using women as sex tools instead of actually being in a relationship with them. And then they find out that this guy really just used women as a pleasure tool and just leaves on. You know? Women can also do the exact same thing too. And just a little side note. I hope you guys understand that music meant, because like, holy shit, if this keeps happening again and again, I'm just gonna lose even more faith in human race, and I already lost a lot already. Like, yes, you may like the person, but try to get to know the person, you know? Because if you don't get to know them, guess what's gonna happen? Go on, guess. You're gonna find out that this person doesn't treat relationships seriously and just use it just to get some stress off their shoulders or something. Or whatever is going on through their mind. Or they're in a competition. Shit, I don't know. I've never been a Chad in my entire life. And I have not been in a relationship. So, yeah.
Younger than me. We met at a nightclub, went on a few dates. At the time, I never questioned why she insisted on meeting me in a local bar. The relationship lasted a month. We chatted over the phone regularly, messaged frequently. Anytime we had X, she was the one who instigated it, always at my place, never hers. Best X I'd ever had. She'd reassured me that she was on the pill. I called her up one day and asked her if she wanted to go out to dinner. She said yes, but sounded hesitant and evasive. I asked her what's wrong and she said she'd met someone else. His name's Stuart. Excuses, excuses. Hung up. When I got home from work, I managed to get her address out of her. Said I wanted to return her belongings, went to see her. Her old man answered the door, arms folded, frowning. "Who the frick are you?" he snarled. I said I was a friend, and her dad called for her. She came to the door and gave me this evil smile. She certainly wasn't the cute, cool person I'd known previously. I demanded answers. She made sure her dad was out of earshot, explained that she'd been with Stuart, an older oil rig worker, to whom she was engaged the entire time I'd been dating her.
What the fuck? So she been engaged with an oil record dude. Yeah, whatever his job was. And has been fucking a guy behind his back? But why? Why would you do something like that?
Told me I'd got her pregnant, but that she had a better money thing with Stuart. I want nothing else to do with you. And if you breathe a word of this, I'll say you vaped me, she whispered in my ear. Coldly kissed my cheek, slammed the door in my face. I left her belongings on the step and walked away.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What? You have to be born from the pits of hell to have a mind like that. You literally have to be born from the pits of hell to have a mind like that. I mean, for starters, he is going to question why the baby doesn't look like him. But I don't understand. Why? What? You literally have to be born from hell to think like that. The fuck?
A girl I went to college with on the East Coast who I was friendly with but not necessarily friends with got my phone number 2 years after we had graduated. She was back living in California and I was in grad school in NC. I was quite surprised to hear from her and a bit confused as to why she was calling me. She said it was to catch up. We spoke for about an hour and hung up on friendly terms with no plans for further contact. 2 days later, I am exiting my building and she and another woman are standing there with flowers and a bottle of champagne.
Sorry, my brain is kind of skipped. What happened?
Reacted with shock and anger and in so many words told her that she was insane for showing up unwanted like this. Next thing I know, her companion tries to break the champagne bottle over my head. It doesn't break, but it does knock me for a loop. Bystanders intervene, and campus police show up and arrest the woman who hit me. Turns out they were a lesbian couple, and that the girl I knew had convinced her partner that I had agreed to get either of them pregnant. Apparently, they had met one another at a facility where they were both being treated for mental breakdowns.
I beg your pardon? I know they said crazy is like the norm day and people like females like that and such. But I thought lesbians had no interest in guys at all, and yet they want to be knocked up by a guy so they both can have children. Excuse fucking me? Have I been lied to and lesbians are actually non-existent and they actually do find guys attractive? Because if they didn't find them attractive, why would they try to get knocked up by the guy? Huh? Well, the fuck? Have I been lied to this entire fucking time? Okay. Relax. Okay. Let's just keep watching the video. And maybe there's an explanation why lesbians want to get knocked up by a guy.
The girl I knew from college was never charged, and her partner was convicted of assault and sentenced to probation. Protection orders were granted to me against both of them. The parents of the woman I went to college with would send me apology letters and gifts for the next couple of years until I threatened them with legal action for harassment. It's been over 25 years since this happened. The attacker died several years after of a heroin overdose, and the woman I knew is now a social worker in Los Angeles.
It has not been explained why those lesbians want to be knocked up, you know, have children and shit. What? It has not been explained. I need an explanation right now, because I thought lesbians despise guys and didn't want to get knocked up by a guy. Or lesbians is just a fantasy word because they don't fucking exist. Or maybe those two wasn't lesbians to begin with. Maybe they're just sex partners and they just needed a fucking plan on having a fucking triplet. No, not a triplet, but like a, you know, when three people mate. Maybe that's it, and I'm just overthinking it. Maybe they're not lesbians.
I dated this girl once who gave me her anxiety meds for about a year, because at the time I was struggling with my mental health and didn't trust therapists much.
I still don't trust therapists. You guys need to trust therapists. For their lack of helping me, they could do a better job with you.
She'd always give me it in a little plastic baggie, and I didn't really have a prescription, so I just took them as needed. And they worked incredibly well, and I knew what it was, or thought I did, until about a year in, I started to have doubts about her, and I looked up the numbers on the pills. Turned out to be tramadol. She'd been giving me synthetic painkillers for a year.
Hey, have I been telling you guys, which I haven't if you've been paying attention, drugs are no different from medication, alright? If you believe it works, it works. If you don't believe it works, then it don't work. Little side note. You can do anything so long as you put your mind into it. Even over your depression, even over stunts that can't be done. Like I said, drugs are no different from medicine. too much of either one of them will gladly kill you. Just saying.
And I was devouring those frickers daily. I was pissed, obviously. So we stopped talking. A week later, she invited me over to talk. So I show up, walk inside, look around, nobody's there. Texted her and she said she'd be there in a minute. Then she walks in the room with some random younger dude I'd never seen before, who she said she met on a cruise a few years ago. We talked for like 5 minutes until they went into the other room and started having X. So I took a bottle of booze and left, intending for that to be the last time I ever saw her. Then she clawed her way back and my dumbass allowed it, only for her to sleep with my best friend in my own bed while I was home, with the door wide open and with my family home too, and while we were all hanging out with a bunch of other friends in my backyard. Dumbest shit.
Yes, you are dumb as shit. You are very dumb as shit. How did you let a chat woman do that to you? Yeah, I call her a chat woman because she was certain dominance as she was fucking everybody around him. The fuck? You're very dumb as shit. But why though? If you would have kept letting her doing that, she probably would have slept with your dad. I'm not even fucking joking. She probably would have slept with your mom just to prove a fucking point. Dude, no, don't let a woman do that to you, man. Yes, I heard guys you do that to females if they're brave enough, but like, don't let that woman do that to you. You gotta be smarter, man. Don't let that woman do that to you. She's a certain dominance.
I've ever seen. I was honestly speechless. Even more so when I was driving her home and she tried to justify her actions by saying she did it for a $20 dab cartridge.
Fuck you, bitch. Secondly, you drove her home? Thirdly, your parents didn't flip their fucking lid when one of your ex-girlfriends decided to fuck your best friend in the bed door of your fucking room. Bro, listen, I wouldn't care if my family was around. If I had an ex and she slept with my best bud in my room, I would have pulled out a fucking gun and told their both raggedy ass to get off this fucking property or you'll be leaving in a goddamn body bag. I would flip a fucking marble. Dude, this guy's a fucking saint. I would have sent those two straight hurling to the pits of hell. The fuck? The hell? You guys may think I'm bluffing. No. I would literally be like, hey sis, I'm gonna need you to take me to the store. Get my fucking gun license and aim right at both of them. Get the fuck off my goddamn bed, arson. You're both hurling to the pits of hell. The fuck? I would have gotten real fucking pissed off. That would have been the last straw. Disrespectful.
Threw my wallet at her and said I'd have bought one if she needed one that bad. Can't stand rich people, only they do stupid shit like this. An ex urged...
Wait, oh, she was rich. What? Wait, she didn't pay those boys to have sex with her, did she? You don't think rich women do that, right? Wait, what? Whoa. That's not a thing, right? He's joking, right?
me to meet her son. He was 3.5 years old and was recovering from the physiological and psychological elements of a stroke he had experienced that forced him to relearn how to walk, talk, and go to the bathroom. We went from hating each other to a deep bond. I played with him. Apparently, she used me to do play therapy with him because I was going for a doctorate in psychology at the time, and witnessed the miracle of how much healing that can give a child. She constantly verbally abused me, treated me as an object, and with deep contempt and generally gaslit me. She had her IUD taken out to attempt a pregnancy trap. When she did so, I noted, it's impossible for this to be viable with an IUD in, right? She then pivoted, insisted it was ectopic, and got an abortion. The worst part, however, was that the final night I saw her, she said she'd just tell him I was very sick and would have to go away, and that he'd eventually forget I was ever there. She delighted in how much it hurt me until I collapsed on the floor. No idea what happened, but I was weak for weeks after and had to limp with left-sided weakness out the door. You will always have a place in my heart, Marcus.
You know, God fucking damn. Just like, God fucking damn. Holy shit, man. God fucking damn.
I had a girl I was dating serious for about 6 months. We hung out for about a year before that. I found out she was cheating because my dad was in the hospital dying, and she bragged to her friends how she was cheating on me, and she was planning on dumping me right after my dad died just so I will always remember her. Most of her friends stopped talking to her and told me. Funny thing, about a year later, she tried coming back to me because the guy she left me for was a POS and was hitting her. I told her to frick off, and she tried to gaslight me, saying she was the victim in all this. I haven't thought of that kitty in a few years. Frick her in high school, I also dated a girl that tried getting herself pregnant. She claimed she was on the pill. Again, one of her friends told me, so I dumped her and she keyed my car up. She got with another guy and was pregnant. About 6 months later, I heard she had like 4 or 5 kids by about the 4 or 5 different guys. I haven't heard about her in about 20 years though.
Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just curious, what's going on through some of these girls' mind? What if this, why do they think this is normal? I mean, at this point, I'm starting to think females just like have a hive mind at this point. They follow the leader and end in the same road, you know. They just follow the leader and just end in the same road, and it just doesn't make sense. There has to be some of these girls that hurted you have common sense, right? Because opening up your legs to every guy that got what you want is not the answer. That's just having a horrible future.
One of two things, not sure which. Either implicitly and explicitly threatening to kill herself anytime I had to go when she wasn't ready for me to go, or for not checking in and messaging often enough. Think like, if I had to work or sleep, then...
Whoa. This girl wants so much attention that even my sister would get jealous of how much attention this girl wants.
Sending pics with needles in her arm in the hospital after I broke it off for my own well-being. Or gaslighting me to get herself out of moral accountability or to avoid having to have any human empathy, instead rewriting history as if I did something awful when the reality was I was actually heavily suffering, exploiting my sensitivities and traumas to make me feel as bad as she could and tell whatever lie she liked to save herself without me objecting, promising forever and ever to make amends and never bothering to. Different people. Don't know what's worse. The common factor is twisting the fact that I cared into a tool of hurting me. I don't exactly seek people out for deep, caring relationships. My brain reflexively sees it as dangerous.
Yeah, clearly that girl that he used to date had a lot of PTSD, and she was deflecting her PTSD off onto him, hoping to get him stay there longer. Which is extremely sad, I'm not gonna lie. Because I don't know if she was seeing a therapist. she probably should have. Because like, that's terrible. That's actually fucking terrible. I don't know what the fuck she went through, or what type of pain she gone through, that she needed like real mental help, like something to cure that bad disorder, that bad personality. Yeah, she didn't did it right. She should have thought of like, okay, I needed help. Like, yeah, love, you need help. Because like, yes, your PTSD is very noticeable, and you trying to deflect it off into your ex-boyfriend wasn't the most smartest decision. So it's a good thing that he did dump her, and she could have done better if she actually got mental help.
3 years ago, my ex, 28 female at the time, from a short-term relationship, broke it off with me citing her eating disorder and needing to deal with it as the reason why she couldn't be in a relationship.
Listen, if someone breaks off the relationship with you because of a disorder, and they don't try to fix their disorder with you still being in that relationship, then you guys should never been in a relationship to begin with. Because like, something's wrong with that lady there. There's something wrong with that person. Like, hey, I will fix myself for you. I know something's wrong with me. Yes, I got an eating problem, but I'm gonna fix my relationship. And I hope you're there with me, supporting me along the way. Am I wrong to think like that? Am I wrong to think like that? Because, like, if you truly love someone, you gotta be there with them. But she breaks it off because it doesn't make sense. I guess she was, like, listening to her friends or her mother, you know? She was not listening to her heart. She was probably, like, listening to other people. That wasn't her boyfriend.
Prior to that, she had lied to me about a guy that was just a friend and said that my issues over it were making her eating disorder worse. This time, it turned out she had at least 2 other guys lined up. I found out via Twitter when she tweeted about starting to date this great guy that treats her well. When I confronted her about it, she lied and said she was referring to a past relationship and would have reached back out when she was ready. Ironically, 2 weeks later, she tweeted about getting dumped and posted a picture of her texts from him, I guess to put him on blast. I didn't even confront her about it because I felt so defeated. I'm glad now that things didn't work out, but I do still feel a little bitter about it.
Yeah. See, that's one thing I know about women's. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like, I feel like their mind is literally a hive mind, because like, most women's nowadays tend to lie a lot and forget a lot. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You know, I would like to be wrong right about now, because like, I'm starting to see a repeating pattern over and over and over again from different types of ladies nowadays. They lie, they forget, and it's like a fucking hive mind, you know? It's like the wrong one teaching the younglings what to do with their lives is at the top, and they're all just following the leader, because there has. Please tell me I'm wrong. All right.
While we were married, my ex-wife moved back home to finish her college degree, which I was paying for. She stayed with her mom so that her mom could watch our child while she was at school. This goes on for a month, and then I get a divorce notice in the mail. We go through the divorce, and I find out later She had been cheating on me the whole time she was back home. To make matters worse, my divorce lawyer sucked and didn't get me equal physical custody, saying because I was remote and couldn't actually execute it, I could potentially lose it forever, and to get it later. Later, when I tried to get parenting time, new lawyer, my ex made up lies about abuse and other things to try and convince the court not to let me see my child. Eventually, 25K later, we agreed to a parenting time coordinator to handle this for us and for my ex, to sign a document saying she withdrew any claims about abuse. I had several witnesses who were willing to testify against her, so I suspect that's why she finally relented. She's still a horrible person and does every little thing she can to try and make my life worse.
The question is why? Why? Why did she do that? Every guilty action has a reason. Was she delusional? I mean, by making up abuse lies, yes, she was very fucking delusional, because if he didn't hurt her and she'd make up shit like that, she was very fucking delusional. So I guess that's the reason why she did all that. She was delusional, and she had like demons in her head that she couldn't get over with. Which is sad, don't get me wrong, but like, does that like count as crazy? I mean, delusional does count as crazy. Yeah, you probably should not. You probably shouldn't have done that.
It wasn't the woman who tried to kill me. It wasn't the woman who falsely accused me of SA. It wasn't the woman who cheated on me. It was the woman who was supposed to love and protect me from harm growing up, but married some crazy abuser. When he kicked me twice in the stomach at age 4 before you two were serious, that was when you should have drew the line and left him. Instead, I was put through 14 years of hell, not to mention what he did to my other siblings and to you as well. I have forgiven you, but I will never forget what you did, and for that I don't love you. I say it as a blank gesture, but there is no real feeling behind it.
You know, sometimes I gotta be grateful for I got mentally abused by my mother, but my sister got physically abused by her. You know, I really didn't want to talk about this, but before my mom left this world, we was at the hospital. She was going through a lupus thing. I don't know what exactly it is, but it make your mind act like a child. She attacked my sister in front of everybody. And then I told her that she's scaring people. You gotta stop. You gotta stop doing that in front of people. And then my sister said the most wildest thing that still hurt me to this very day. Sisters say that mom was scared of me. And I'm right. But she put me out in the world. She gave birth to me. Why would my own mother be terrified of me? And then it all makes sense, like why she kicked me out. It was not because of her selfishness. It was her fear. I'm still hurt to this day. You know? It still hurts me. Because, like, you're my own mother. Why you be scared of your own creation, you know? I listen to you. I clean up. I obey you. Let's change the conversation. Let's just keep watching the video.
Before she moved away, my ex and I had a small break. She went away to some place in upstate NY and told me she was going to have a couple of friends come over. Didn't know one of them was a dude she was entertaining for a bit until the night before. These are summarization of her words. He came over the same night and I said yes, but I didn't want to. I honestly didn't know what to believe at first, since she was being shady the entire time going up there. She said she'd share her location with me and let me know when she was there. Never did and got an attitude with me about it. My stupid butt still loved her and took her back. Fast forward a few months, she moves away for a new job and meets another guy in a bar.
Damn.
Another summarization of her words. I went back to his place from the bar, hung out with him, and he thought I was sending a messages of X. He threw me on his bed and took off my pants, and then his butt stopped and realized I didn't want it. Couple of months after that, she cheats on me with him, breaks up with me, and they've been dating since. I found out through Facebook. I've been hurt since, and I've been too scared to get too close to anyone romantically since.
Listen, I hate to say this, man, but it's your fault. You want to know why? Because you were stupid enough to take her back. You know? You were stupid enough to take that bitch back. It's your fault, man. You did this. You could have been like the first time? Hell no. And I imagine why you said like you want to go back with her because she had a very attractive face. No. No. Or a very attractive body. No. 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 If there's a single fucking red flag, there are no second chances. Alright? I understand that you were trying to be a good person, a reasonable man. But don't go out with a person that would cheat on you, okay? I'm like, for fuck's sake, man. Don't. You're better than that. Alright? I know I said the world is filled with morons, but you could be the first. You know? You could be the first that converts from being a moron to a genius. Don't fall for shit like that. I don't care how pretty the fucking woman is, or how sexy she is, or even her giving you puppy dog eyes. Hell no. Don't fall for that shit.
I once dated a girl I met at the amusement park. I knew her a bit before and knew she had a boyfriend. When she got closer to me at the theme park, she kept telling me she wasn't with her boyfriend anymore. I enjoyed the time too much to see any signs. She didn't want to be seen with me in the city, but she often visited me at home. She never stayed overnight and was only able to stay for a few hours because she had to pick up her brother from work after.
Oh yeah, that's a red flag in a nutshell. Listen, I'm an artist. I can see shit. And if I start to see this repeating pattern after the third day, I'll be like, alright, bitch. Alright. I'm gonna see this guy, and I'm gonna tell him everything that fucking happened. Hey, you and me, we talk. Yeah, that girl, yeah, she been hanging out with me. I don't know fucking why. She also says you're not dating with her. Yeah? Alright. We will literally fucking roast this little shit with her chatty ass.
Afterwards. At some point I saw her by chance with her brother after she was visiting me. It wasn't her brother, but her boyfriend. Of course then came the typical, it's not what it looks like. Unfortunately, I was too afraid of loss and forgave her, only to experience the whole thing again. By the way, she said that she was a virgin and didn't want to have X yet.
This bitch. This bitch. She lies as easily as she breathes. Oh my fucking god. This bitch. Oh. This bitch, she lies as easily as she breathes.
I was completely fine with that until I found out through friends that she regularly slept with her other boyfriend, usually right after she came to visit me.
God damn. God fucking damn. God fucking damn. You know the worst thing about it? How did his friends found out? Either she slept with her boyfriend at her friends' places multiple times, or she slept with them and they didn't tell that side of the story. And they were just probably taking turns. I don't have proof of this, but neither do they. That's the funny thing about it, man. Because, like, anything can happen behind closed doors. Anything. And, oh god, it's probably best if no one investigates this. He just dumps her and just moves on. Because I'm pretty sure the truth is a lot more fucking harsher. I'm just saying.
She was my fiance and she was pregnant. Unfortunately, at 22 weeks, she had a miscarriage. Really fricked us both up. About 3 months later, some guy she knew that she grew up with got out of jail, and next thing you know, she cheated on me. Only reason I found out was because homeboy found out she was lying about being single from her BFF, and he got in contact with me. He was actually very remorseful and a cool dude. Broke off the engagement, she never gave me an answer. Why? Just got real quiet and couldn't even look me in the eye. I told her entire immediate family what happened. Her mom and dad disowned her, so didn't have anywhere to live. Her brothers are LC with her. I was actually great friends with them and her while since our high school days, and since she didn't tell anyone, they couldn't comprehend what would cause her to cheat on me.
God damn. God damn. You see that? That's a bro moment right there. That's a fucking bro moment. Alright, we can't let these ladies spread their fucking legs to every single guy they meet that have what they want. You know? We gotta stick up to ourselves. We gotta lower the numbers of type of ladies like this. We gotta stop letting their ego getting too fucking inflated. Yes, I'm also looking at you female VTubers. I haven't forgotten about you little shitty asses. I know some of you girls are pulling off stunts like this. And I'm gonna talk to your simps, alright? We can't be letting females get that much ego, alright? We gotta lower that shit down. Alright? It can't be keep repeating like this. It gotta be stopped. It gotta be fucking slowed down.
Just out of the military and back in country, I met a girl, brought her home, slept together, etc. We started dating. After a few weeks, I realized that it wasn't going to go anywhere, and I didn't wage to waste my time just done a casual thing. She was also a wild one and had some baggage. 3 kids, no custody, jail time.
What a woman, am I right? Yeah, you gotta love those girls that was in jail, am I right? They haven't seen man in years. You think they'd be thirsty as hell. I mean, he did say she was a wild one, so it makes sense. But still. Hey, listen. For I do respect. There's a reason why those girls go to jail. Either by killing a man or killing a woman. Any other reason? I don't know. I would say thievery, but let's be honest here. Females could probably get away with thievery. I've heard rumors that some females give some cops blowjobs and the guy just looked the other way. But I have never heard a female cop getting persuaded by another female criminal by stealing, so I don't know. I would like to see someone make a story about it like an anime or put it like in a video game. I want to see this reaction. what really happened. Would the girl go to jail, or, you know, she pay off the cop? Shit. Fuck, I don't know.
I told her that I wanted to break it off, and if she wanted to remain friends, that was cool with me. She seemed okay with it. Fast forward 2 weeks later, I get a phone call from a friend, girl, chewing me out because I am refusing to take responsibility for Jessica being pregnant. Told her that's news to me, and that I didn't see how she could be pregnant. She was on birth control, and we'd only dated 2 weeks.
Oh.
That friend went on to tell others how I was being a deadbeat. I spoke to Jessica, and she told me she's pregnant, but she didn't think it was mine. That if I wanted her to get tested for it, she would. I said, get tested. I don't know how these things work time-wise. A buddy of mine who is a tattoo artist and works on the square called me up a week later saying he'd seen Jessica leaving the bar every night with a different guy. He also had told me he had heard rumors of some girl trying to get pregnant to get back at her ex. I put 2 and 2 together.
That bitch. Tie her to a tree. Set her afire. Burn her sorry ass alive. I want to see her fucking flesh turn to crisp. Burn the witch. I see why they had the witch trials for ladies like this.
And called her on it. I was right. She blew up on me. I retaliated. I let my friends know, and they ousted her from the group she had weaseled her way into. No one ever apologized for the hate they sent my way for spreading the deadbeat BS. I've got tough skin, so I never let it get to me. Showed me who the real friends were and who the acquaintances were, which was a psycho. I'm lucky this was before the Me Too movement, or she probably would have tried that too. Married 10
God
years.
damn.
She started cheating on me with multiple people. Refused to stop when I found out. I fell into depression but prioritized taking care of our kids, while she partied 4 nights a week until sunup and spent the rest of her evenings ignoring us. She would make fun of me for crying and tell me that she could not come back to a man that cries like I would.
Bro, why you didn't just get a divorce and send her packing? I understand that you were depressed, but there are better women out there that can help you feel like you're needed and wanted, you know? And you're taking care of your fucking children? Why she just doing that shit behind your back? I mean, don't get me wrong. I was depressed at the time of my life. I thought I was a fucking mistake because no one really didn't give a damn about what the words came out of my mouth, and no one really looked my fucking direction. Every time someone paid attention to me, it's telling me to get the fuck out my get out of my grandmother's house and shit. But like, that was way back then when I thought I was a mistake. But like, god damn, man. Oh, why do you say like what a woman like that? There's like other women out there. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know about people with depression. Do they have lack of spine or lack of balls or lack of guts or something? Cause like, don't get me wrong, I would throw hands, even in my depressed state. I would throw fucking hands. The only reason I wouldn't throw hands if I had a chance of getting me kicked out and shit. So I don't know. I don't know about this guy.
I waited and begged that she consider me and her family for a year before I asked for a separation, that she move out. She was thrilled to have her freedom to figure herself out when she was out, filed for divorce. Then I started dating someone. She freaked out, which led to years of trying to successfully get divorced, while she went crazy and aggressive toward me, my new partner, and kids. I ended up getting custody. She is still an butthole that tries to make everything about her narcissistic self regarding kids. And I have PTSD, so every time her name even pops up on my phone, my heart starts to race. High school.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some women that are aware that they can actually give a guy PTSD. I mean, look at my mother, for example. Every time I even hear her name or even think about her, I just get a really bad mood and become very negative to my surroundings. Yeah, imagine that. Imagine your own mother giving you PTSD. And then, before her deathbed, you figure out she was scared of you. It still hurts to this day, but I just had to get used to it. If I ever become a grandfather of my sister having kids out in the world, I will do my best to make sure to not give them PTSD. I treat them right, maybe spoil them a little. A little, not a lot though. And just be like, your mother, when I was growing up with her, she always made terrible life choices. And seeing her raise you without a father, I see it haven't stopped yet. I swear my sister's gonna beat the shit out of me before those kids hit the teenager. But she haven't gotten a boyfriend yet or have kids yet, so I can't do that just yet. But I am patiently waiting. I'm patiently waiting.
Sweetheart left for college, immediately went to a party, and had a three-way with some guy and girl blitzed out of their minds. Then, a week after, called me to tell me this and that she's breaking up with me. Found out later on that it was far from the first time she had cheated out me. Although, in retrospect, that's not very surprising. On top of all this, she emotionally abused me for the 2 years and 11 months we were together. I can't go into detail, not because I don't want to, but because the trauma has left me with memory loss. It also left me with body dysmorphia and suicidal, but...
You know, sometimes the ladies are unaware what they can do to a guy, you know? They're unaware of what they can do to a guy. I mean, yeah, we seem like fucking indestructible, don't get us wrong. We understand that you ladies are emotional creatures. But no one's immune to PTSD or trauma. I don't care if you're a male, woman, dog, cat, fucking bird, or even a damn worm in the fucking ground. No one's immune to that shit. And if you ladies stop, whenever you stop getting out of that fantasy world that guys are just better, listen here. Just because we're stronger doesn't make us better, alright? Strength doesn't solve everything. The mind does. And when your mind starts attacking you and shit, then you're no different from a piece of paper. No matter if you're a male or a woman. The mind could be your best friend or your greatest enemy. And what this guy have explained to me, he got a few demons in his head that has been clearly whooping his ass. Don't be like this guy. Be better. Alright?
I've been in a very happy relationship for 7 years now, and am working through all she left me with. Life will get bad, but it does so to get better again.
Get bad, bro. You went through hell. And that's just saying it lightly. Alright. I'm going to take a break because I need to eat something. When I return, we'll return to Webtoon, alright? Also, again, shout out to, I'm not even lying. This is literally his YouTube name. Best post and comments. This guy is clearly business. This guy is clearly business. That's all he is. Alright. Be right back, guys. Gotta go fast something to eat.
I can't find my way back home since I fell down this rabbit hole. I love you so, but I had to go. First look at that foolish love. Worth it to get to you. Call the sleepers from your crystal heart. Save my story, tear every page apart. It's timeless when we left your heart. We burn away the shadows, they strike us hard. Follow you to the dark. Follow you to the dark, dark, dark. Follow you to the dark. Follow
Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry for a long delay, but I got my noodles. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. More noodles? That can't be healthy. Oh, trust me, it's not. It's very bad for my health that I keep eating this. But it's the only thing I rely on for nowadays. The life of being a poor man is never easy. But it is quite easy purchasing cheap things. Alright. Let's see what we got here. To want you to capture you. Follow you into the dark, dark, dark. Follow you into the dark. Follow you into the dark, 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 dark. Follow you into the dark. Alright, let's get back to the broken quest. Open you up on paint. Open you up on paint. Paint. Alright, flashbang in 3, 2, 1, there. Murder. Alright, let's look at webtoons. One note first. I love that it appears right over here instead of over there. The broken quest. The quest that is broken. Oh yeah, that's right. Where was I? I can't believe you said that, Sky. I thought better of you. Listen here, you little rodents. I will forbid your lives from the world of the living if you keep up this nonsense. Forbidding the truth about someone's mental state is nothing less than... Never forget that. You know, like, wait for a silent moment. I guess I can, like, redraw the house. Or just, like... Damn, just, like... I don't know, scared? But why? Why they... What they ever do to you? Give me a second, guys. Ugh. It's kind of hard to think on an empty stomach. I gotta chow down on some noodles. Yeah, it's my silent laughter. All right. Come on, Sky, you got this. Give me a second, I'm thinking. I still can't believe Paint 3D has been obliterated. Holy shit, man. It still shocks me. Because, like, this shit... We'll save. Yeah, that shit does not work anymore. That is just priceless at this point. I mean, it was extremely fucking useless. I can't really imagine anyone using it. So it makes sense they got rid of it. And I hope in the future that they can get rid of the AI for the future MS Paint. For Windows 11 and 12. And I know you guys are thinking, Sky, why don't you just, I don't know, download Windows 11 and purchase the Windows so you can have all your shit on it. And my fellow viewers, the day I download some bootlegged crap is the day I'll be tearing my own interest. Wait 1 second. Oh, I can't change. Huh? What the hell? 1 second, guys. I need to do something. The hell? It's not change. Oh, I think I know what's going on. I know what's going on. There we go. Alright, let's see if this fixed the problem. There we go. The day I download Windows 11 is the day where I tear up my own intestines and use it as a jump rope to lose weight and then cut it off to make sausages for the homeless. I will not be downloading Windows 11. It's too bootlegged, it's too pathetic, and Windows 10 will always be superior. Why? Do I have proof? You got a good point. Now, let me just check YouTube. Windows 11 2025. Is it useful? Why no one is using Windows 11? That was 8 months ago. Okay. Windows 11 is in 2025, an early look at new features coming this year. Okay. Meet Windows 12 family revealed. Wait, what?
The news about Windows 12 has been leaked, and there's an abundance of exciting details to discuss. Let's dive into the first major story surrounding the Windows 12 leaks.
Alright, let's level up the music so the background music don't get played.
Rumor mill has been working overtime, and speculation about the operating system is now at an all-time high. In fact, so much information about Windows 12 has surfaced that it might as well be considered an unofficial confirmation at this point. Initially, various reports flooded the internet, and even a Microsoft executive took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to publicly deny the existence of Windows 12. However, his tweets were mysteriously deleted shortly afterward, fueling even more speculation. Things became even more intriguing when Microsoft's Yusuf Mehdi began dropping subtle hints about future iterations of Windows on the Verge website. Adding to the excitement, eagle-eyed viewers spotted screenshots discreetly tucked into Panos Panay's calendar, displayed during a recent Microsoft event, which seemed to reference the next-generation operating system. And if that wasn't enough to pique everyone's curiosity, the most significant confirmation came from Intel itself. The tech giant accidentally revealed key details about the timing of Windows 12's release, solidifying the buzz around the new operating system. The combination of these leaks and teasers has created a perfect storm of anticipation among tech enthusiasts and industry insiders. An Intel executive, during the announcement of the company's financial results, confidently stated, "We actually think that 2025 is going to be a pretty good year for client, in particular because of the Windows refresh." For context, the term client is the label Intel uses to describe personal computers, PCs, and a
I haven't seen these links or the reveal date.
Windows refresh is a phrase they previously employed leading up to the release of Windows 11. Based on this statement and Intel's history of terminology, it is now clear that we can anticipate the launch of Windows 12 in the year 2025. What exciting changes might this update bring? Considering that Windows 11 focused heavily on refining and streamlining its overall design, it seems unlikely that Windows 12 will introduce another significant visual overhaul. The most notable potential user interface adjustment that has surfaced thus far is a concept that Microsoft inadvertently revealed. This intriguing concept involves repositioning the taskbar to the top of the screen, which resembles the style commonly found in Mac OS.
Bruh. The taskbar on top of this. I already do that shit. So I can easily tell what the time is. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't look down. I look up when I'm on a PC. I mean, if I was standing up and playing on a PC, then definitely I'll look down. But I'm sitting down because of course I'm gonna look fucking up.
Previous speculation suggesting that Windows 12 might transition to a subscription-based operating system is now almost certainly inaccurate, as reports from Windows Central have effectively debunked these claims. Instead, all available evidence points to Microsoft channeling its efforts into two distinct focus areas for its upcoming operating system. The first area of focus is the development of ARM-based PCs, aiming to create stronger competition for Apple's ecosystem. Recent developments, such as announcements at the Snapdragon X event, numerous job postings, and a notable expansion in Microsoft's in-house silicon development team make it clear that the company is dedicated to significantly improving the experience of running Windows on ARM devices with the release of Windows 12.0. Their goal appears to be addressing long-standing performance and compatibility issues that have hindered ARM adoption on Windows, making it a viable alternative in the tech market. Second, Microsoft is set to introduce significantly more advanced AI features throughout the entire operating system and its built-in applications, pushing far beyond the basic capabilities of the current Windows Copilot. These enhanced AI functionalities are expected to rely heavily on neural processing units, NPUs, to deliver optimal performance, which is why major chip manufacturers like Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm are anticipated to include NPUs in their next-generation processor.
NPUs? One second. Give me a second. Let me just look this up. What is a NPU? a neutral processor unit. The hardware, I consider the computer system design, AI, machine learning. I beg your finest direct fucking pardons? Machine learning? Why in the fuck a gamer would need a machine learning thing on his fucking PC? Nevertheless, a goddamn artist. Okay, I think the people that are creating these PC parts have too much time. Someone should take that away from them. Well, listen, I just need a machine to get the job done. I don't need to learn from me shit. God damn it.
However, one can only hope that these advancements won't make NPUs a mandatory requirement for users looking to upgrade their systems. And that wraps up everything we know so far about Windows 12. From leaked screenshots and cryptic executives.
Yeah, but like, you said it's going to release in 2025, but you haven't actually said the date it will be releasing in 2025. Also, shout out to Discovery Answers. Yeah, so I was supposed to be looking up how good is Windows 11, but I can tell you from here it sucks. And that's enough proof you guys need. Give me a second, guys. I'm thinking. I know what you guys are thinking. Think faster and draw something. Easy said and done. When your mind is not in a good place, you seem to tread off to different other places. Especially when you're hungry. Let me just eat some of this more of these noodles. God damn it. Imagine just one little drop of noodles allowed me to draw a fucking circle. That's just disappointing. Back when I was a kid, I used to draw like a fucking crackhead, snorting crack. Now, I need a fucking food and fucking a live stream just to get me motivated to draw. That's just fucking sad at this point. My kid version of myself would probably beat the shit out of me right about now. Then draw on my mangled corpse just to prove a point. Sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta stop doing that. I'm in the middle of live streaming. It just keeps up. I gotta probably stop live streaming. Come on. Come on, Sky. You got this. ZZ. I got. I gotta start hanging out with my friends from now on. What's wrong with me? Think about playing some video games soon. I gotta think about playing some video games soon. I gotta like also edit a fucking video. I gotta edit a fucking video. Dude, I gotta take a bath. Oh my god, come on, Sky. You got this. You got this, you got this, you got this. You believe in yourself. You always got this, man. And eventually, over time, you draw down a whole paragraph. Then you don't have to worry about, you know, copy. The hell? Paste. Da, 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 da. Sorry for the noises. But you guys should be grateful that I'm not like some of those other people. Well, I'm going to discriminate what people I'm talking about by doing a simple action. You guys will be like, ew, hell no. Yeah. That's the type of people that I'm pretty sure everybody despises. The ones that chew with their fucking mouths wide open. Sound like they're shit chewing on shit or something. By the way, I have no clue what chewing on shit sounds like. I have no clue. Even if you ask me like, how do you know? I'd be like, I don't know. I just said it. You know what? Let me do something even matters. Let me just look something up. Alright, let's see here. Alright, crap. What? Of course. Oh, they actually have this on YouTube. Oh. Oh, I'm not going to show you guys this because I'm pretty sure you're eating right about now. But just use your ears. I'm going to cover my eyes because I'm also eating.
The fuck? Big pile of shit in the middle of nowhere? Mom, no! No!
Okay, we didn't hear no sound, but I'm pretty sure I saved you guys from throwing up. But turns to find out, the sound of eating shit doesn't have a sound at all. Huh. I guess we can stop using that term now. Yeah, I guess we can stop using that term now. Oh! My little sister, Faye, is playing the rip-up version of Sim. I'm not gonna judge her, but like, I just really can't see myself playing Sims. I know what you guys are thinking, like, Sky, it's not Sims, but a rip-off version of it, or any rip-offs. I'm sorry. I just don't like Sim. I'm not gonna judge the people that play it, even though they could do that stuff in real life. I know you guys are saying there are some people that are disabled and they can't do that stuff in real life. There's a woman in her fucking 90s doing gymnastics. Bitch, you can do anything so long as you put your mind into it. There's a guy that's been locked in a machine, well, he's dead by now, that has been breathing remotely by the damn machine, keeping his ass alive. And he was writing books. So, like, don't say this shit, alright? So long as you can put your mind into it, you can do anything. Alright? Yes, you're depressed. Yes, you have anxiety. But there's people out there with more mutated bodies, way more than yours, doing shit that you only dreamed of doing. The reason why you haven't done it yet, because your mind is too much fighting yourself than actually doing anything in life. So, enough this saying that you can't do this and you can't do that. Alright? You can do it. So long as you put your mind into it, you could do anything. Anything. Get over your depression? Yes. Get over your disorder? Yes. Do shit that only you dreamed of doing? You can do that too. Become a stripper? That's actually fucking easy. You just have to name a price tag. Dude. Enough of this shit saying you can't. Because you can. Alright? I'm not even gonna lie. If there was some type of switching capabilities that I could just switch body, switch you and shit, and show you that you can do shit by doing the shit you wanted to do, that'd be proof itself. Your mind can do anything, so long as you believe in it. Fly? You gotta get a machine, you know? Or better yet, invent a machine that you can just put on your back and you can fly wherever you please. Most people see jetpack, but those people are stupid. They want their ass to be burned off. Pay them no attention. Give me a second. Ah, yes, I was looking for this. Okay. Get this out of the way. I'm not scared. I'm just a normal person. Wait, did I draw it? Did I draw it the right way? I draw it the right way, ladies and gentlemen. Da, da, da. Undo. One of the most blackest elements. Purple. Purple, 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 sharper, the purple, 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 purple. And stomach's talking to me again. Leave me alone, stomach. I'm trying to draw. God damn it, man. he shrunk even smaller. Now his face hides. Oh my god! Robert. I'm just morphing. You guys like, what the fuck he just said out of his mouth? Is he? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my morphing phase. Yeah! Or whatever the fuck he does on that fucking TV show. I don't know what the fuck it was. Okay, that's pretty fucking cool right there. That's pretty fucking cool. I know it's off topic, but that's pretty fucking cool. Shit. Wrong button. Yeah, wait a second. I'm thinking. Skills guys are just morphing. Okay, more noodles. I swear the noodle tastes a lot more better when it's warm and not getting cold. You didn't need to cut me off. Something otherwise. Begins. Cut me off. Why you didn't need to cut me off. Excuse me, as I'm just making random noises out of my mouth. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. How unprofessional of me. God damn it! You know what? Because I'm feeling kind of special today. And you didn't need to cut me off! Or something I don't know. I used to know. I gotta stop. You guys are probably looking at the piece like, what the fuck this guy's babbling on about? It's a song that everybody forgot about. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Talking about some songs created by AIs. You guys gotta check this shit out. I remember I played this a long time ago on my Discord channel. You guys can show me some of your music on Discord channels too, if you join.
We have climbing gyms.
And I'm about to climb your ass! Skip! Yeah, I have to delete this later. blown away that that song popped. The AI. I mean, the actor already died, but like to think that what his life would have been like if he just became a singer. He didn't have, I don't know about his real life or whatever he went through, but like, goddamn. Imagine that, what he would have been like if he was just a singer instead of a actor for a kid's cartoon. Overlooked talents in a fucking nutshell. That is literally overlooked talents in a goddamn nutshell. And it kind of makes me want to cry a little because, like, don't get me wrong when I say this. Yes, I am an artist. I'm fully aware of that. But will I have enough time to show the world my creativity before the day comes that the Grim Reaper attempts to take my soul? Don't worry, I will be beating the shit out of him along the fucking way. Unfortunately, the guy have way more experience than me and probably would win in a solo fight. But I sure hell make him work for it, that's for damn sure. Fucker don't know pain yet, but I'd teach him. I'd teach him that little shit. Beat the taste out of his dumb ass. But anyways, let's just focus on the drawing for now. Snagger Packers. Do what you say. Know that you only been played. Bruh, gotta do what you say, what you say. Know that you only been played. No. This is a focus. Yeah. Copy. Open up. Back away. Paste. Yeah, that's over with. Now I gotta add the Max. Let's save this bitch. Bam, 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 bam. Note pad. Stretching my dreams out of me, yeah. Oh yeah, Alloy's Online. So I attempt to play Warcraft Ascension, but I think Alloy's Online is more superior. Even if it's a lot of pay to win here and there. Copy. Do what she say. No, that you only been played. Bruh's gonna do what you say. No, that you only been played. Bruh's gonna do what you say. Know that you only been played. Bruh's gonna do what you say. Know that you only been played. Undo this color that isn't white and paste. No. There we go. Now the human eye can see it. Look at that. You guys can see it now. Before you guys couldn't see it, but now you guys can see it. It's bigger, more girthier, and has a bigger dream in the future. Even bigger than yours. Yeah, whoever would have thought. Funny you should say that. Because the next story has the answer that you're looking for. Bitch. Boop, boop. Well, you should say that. Because the next story tells so. Yet it's broken and dreamed, ooh. Yet it's broken in rhythms, yo. One may claim it's natural. Other may claim it's crazy. One can be so friendly, but yet could be so broken. It's kinda hilarious. As you see the tunes. That bow, 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 Eric bow. Bubble bow, bow, bubble bow, bow, bow. My name is Bubble bow, bow, bubble bow, bow. Bubble bow, 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 bow. Bitch. Bow. Of course you don't work with me. Instead, you work against me, as has been foretold. Alright, and change. And you just push down. Okay, I guess that's fair. Because fuck you, Skyrider. Alright. Shit. Wrong button. There you go, the correct button. Of course, you work perfectly now, because I didn't bother moving you. Okay, it slightly worked. And save. Unfortunately for me, and for you guys. Yeah, we're wrapping up the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Wrapping up the stream. I know I could draw some more, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in zero condition to draw today. And, you know, if I actually purchased grocery the other day, then it probably would have been quite fucking easy to draw today. But my sister was so exhausted that she tells me to order DoorDash and order her a veggie pizza with my money. Cute. But I sure hell didn't order no veggie pizza, that's for damn sure. But unfortunately, the storm dimension is dying down. And so, it's a Stormblade. So until then, it's gonna be a natural day with your friendly neighborhood Stormblade. So until then, feel free to follow me on Discord, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Skies, and webtoons. All the links are in the description below. But most importantly, till then, subscribe at your own free will. Hit the bell notification to be notified when I make a new video. Leave a like and let me know I did a good job. Leave a dislike if I did a horrible job. And leave an apple in the comment section because I like apples. And I'll see you all later. Skyrider Infinity out. Take care of yourselves out there.